Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, cottagers. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope everyone is doing well. Happy Saturday. I hope things are good by you. So, today we're going to be playing our favorite cozy horse game, the Ranch of Rivershine. I'm a little bit late today because I had to start some laundry, and also I woke up a little late, as happens. It's like my usual Saturday MO, I think. I just like to sleep in on the weekend, you know? That's just how it goes. Okay, so let me get the game booted up. I also need to turn down my sound so it does not end up being really loud in my ears. And then we can get in, play some Rivershine, hang out, be nice and cozy. I don't think I was up to anything in particular in this game. I don't think we had anything that we were really aiming for. We had been trying out the new like lunging arenas and stuff, which are fun. So let me see, let's go over here, and I'm also going to turn up, the audio is going to be turned up quite a bit. I might have to turn up even more than that, actually. Yeah, just a touch, I think. This game is normally quite quiet, so I think that'll be good. Let me turn on the audio for you guys. I was just looking at it and noticed that it was off. Okay, I think that'll be good. You guys can let me know if it's funky at all. Okay, so we are in, can't believe we're only in year 2. I feel like I've played more than that, but maybe not. Alright, we're in winter, so I don't know if I had planted anything, actually. I don't think I had. Yeah, I had given up on crops for now, which I think is fine. I don't think I need 5 million carrots, which is what I did last time. Also, hold on, let me check. Mouse sensitivity. I'm gonna turn my mouse sensitivity down, actually, because my mouse sensitivity is really high. Really high on my computer. I just like having my mouse move around a lot, but in games like this where I have to actually like look around, it's not as helpful. Alright, so this is Silly Lemon is a young adult that we bred. A cutie. I'm not a huge fan of his face markings, his facial markings, but that's okay. That's okay. We're just doing his training, and then we'll sell him. Let's do all that. Okay. Captain Q, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Also, do you have a... Okay, you do have... I was like, do you not have a... whatchamacallit? A blanket, but he does. He does have a blankie. Okay. So he's at 44% potential. I think we should do speed today with him. And then we've got this pretty lady. Stormy Wind is gonna give birth tomorrow, so that's pretty hype. She's so pretty. She's a wild horse, so her stats are actually abysmal, but she's just so pretty. So, because she's a dapple black bay, and it just ended up being such a nice coloring. because look at her. And she has like a pretty, I don't know, the dapple is actually pretty visible. There's some more subtle dapples, but she got kind of a nicer one, so. Alright, so she's gonna be giving birth tomorrow. Exciting. Exciting. 3 cashew. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. We're gonna muck out this stall. And then do some brushies. This girl's so pretty. She is a nice lady. She is my first horse that I like splurged on at the auction house. She was so pretty. I was like, I need her. Even though her stats were not that great, like her flexibility's actually terrible. Flexibility actually not that good, but she does have really pretty colts, really pretty children. Like cute Cookie is gonna be a pretty horse, I gotta say. Because look at him, he's got the dapple, he's dark chestnut roan, Tobiano. Tobiano is the white markings that he's got. The dapple is the little like almost like snowflake pattern on him. Dark chestnut is his color. The roan gives him these little like freckles. And he has kind of a softer coloring. He's a cute bean. Alright, so I should check his stats. We should do flexibility with him today, I think. Which, I have to remember what flexibility is in the lunging arena. Let me also check. I want to make sure. I don't know if I had any other ladies who were pregnant, so I should check quick. Oh, you look pregnant. Hello? You are. 3 days. Okay. Well, I will move you indoors. I guess tomorrow I will move her inside. Fiery flame. I don't know why the music cut off. The music's like, you've been here so long. It's over. Alright, let's go. Let me grab our horse. Also, let me turn my sound up just a little bit. Okay. Oh, actually, that was a good. Was that Q? It was. We actually have a decent amount on Rivershine Town and Rocky Mountain. Alright, Silly Lemon. We are gonna go do some speed training with you, friend. So we gotta go to Lupine Meadow. Head over there. I guess, technically, hold on. Can I guess I can't do this while I'm mounted, but, we can fast travel. Meadow. Speed arena. Whoa. Okay. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice, I gotta say. Being able to teleport places. I do like riding there, but I figure we should try it out at least once now that we unlocked all the teleport points. But for now, we're gonna train Silly Lemon in speed by cantering around and cantering through all these little, I don't know, gates is maybe the best way to call them. I do love this, this trail. It is nice to see everything in winter, though. Everything's all snowy. Except for the evergreen trees. Though I do kind of wish that these ones had a little bit of snow on them. Gotta say, would be nice. I guess all of the trees are kind of evergreen. None of them seem to lose their leaves. To be honest. They all seem to be keeping their leaves year-round. Alright, let's head back. Guess I could take a look. Where are the sheep? They're usually out in the middle here. Somewhere. Oh, there they are. I see them. I love the sheep. I wish we could have these sheep at our house, because they're just so cute. Look at them. Look at all their little cute faces. I wanna keep sheep at my house. But we're not allowed. Only horses. Only horses for us. Alright. Mr. Whimsy! Thank you so much for the raid. Let me get you a raid shout out. The music is gonna pause because it's one of those that pauses when the game is, you know, not in focus. But welcome in. What were you guys up to? You're playing Fortnite. Nice. Did you have fun at Fortnite? I hope you had a nice time. But welcome in, Raiders. Thanks. How's the ranch going? It's going very well. Thank you very much. But I hope you had a nice time playing Fortnite. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Rizaldia. I go by Raz for short. I'm a marionette VTuber. I specialize in playing farming sims. Today we're playing the Ranch of Rivershine, which is a nice, cozy horse ranching sim. But I hope you guys had fun playing some Fortnite, hanging out over there. If you need to go get food, a drink, rest, any of that good stuff, please do not feel pressured to stay. Of course, we'd love to have you. But if you have other things that need doing and need to raid and dash, by all means. But thank you for bringing everybody by. Super appreciate it. But yeah, so we're just doing some training today. We've got Silly Lemon here, who is one of our farm babies that we are going to sell eventually. So for now, we're just trying to get all of his stats up to 100%, because then he'll sell for more money. He'll make us more money on the sale if we get him all trained up. So that's what we're up to. And we have another farm baby named Cute Cookie that we're gonna lunge today, and then we have a third farm baby that's due to arrive tomorrow, and then we have another one in like 2 days. So we're about to have so many farm babies. I actually don't know if I have enough stalls for all of them, truth be told. I think I do. I think I have a bunch of stalls free, but I should check just in case. Just in case. Alright, are you all brushed up? You look good. Okay. Yeah, because stall-wise, let's see, do we have 4? We do have 4. We have 4 free. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. We should bring this child with us. We are going to go lunge. Lunging is the main way to train foals. That update finally came in, which is exciting. And I'm happy that the lunging arena, we didn't have to pay for it. I thought that we were gonna have to pay for it, and I thought it was gonna be quite expensive, but it was not. Alright, we want to do flexibility, which I think is trot on a short lead. I think. Okay. Okay, yep. There's our little flexibility training. He's gotten so big, he like grew a little bit. He's in like stage 2 growth as a colt. So now he's like bigger than us. Before he was a little bean. A tiny little thing. Let's see. All of his other stats. Yeah, they're all pretty even, so I think we're pretty safe. Although he only has 49%, so he is not going to be able to max out. But I think if we get him up to 75 in everything, that would be good. Then he'll be at least advanced in everything. So that'll be the goal. In fact, right now we could do canter on the short lead, and then that'll give us flexibility and speed at the same time. And then maybe once we get speed to 75%, I'll just turn that off. Though it will be kind of a pain to do endurance, I will say. Will be a little bit of a pain to do endurance if I've maxed out speed, but I think it'll be fine. We have plenty, I think. Should be able to get everything to 75. I don't think I have too many. I think I have some points to spare, let's put it that way. There's a couple different, like, we could have this, the first person camera, just watch our little bean. We could do the horse's view, that's what he sees going around and around. The overview. The top down is actually kind of cool. I pretty much prefer the fence line, but the top down is kind of a nice view. A unique view, I guess, in the game. So we're just gonna go until his little like stamina bar here is out. That is my plan. Go until this is real low. Also, I don't know if he is fully tamed because of all the lunging, or if he was one of the farm babies that skipped the tameness meter, because they added tameness as a thing. Apparently, if you have a horse that is not tame and you take it out to ride, it'll like buck and stuff, which is kind of an interesting thing. But so far we have not had that experience because I haven't really been grabbing any wild horses, so that's probably most of it. And then because our foals are young, I think they end up getting their tameness to like 100% because we just do lunging with them anyway. So good evening, Raz. More like a night. How are you? Welcome in, Kai. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Just chilling, just hanging out, having a nice Saturday, doing a little bit of lunging with our babies, our farm babies, doing some training. But otherwise, just chilling, you know? Just having a nice cozy time, doing some laundry. So you might hear my washing machine gurgling a little bit in the background because I woke up and realized that like I had some house clothes I could wear, but my husband had like almost nothing. So I was like, oh, let me get that started. Let me do that. But otherwise doing well. I got to hang out and voice chat with some friends last night, so that was nice. Have a little girls chat. We had a nice time. Money laundering? Oh goodness, hopefully not. Money laundering is far more involved. It's not just putting clothes in a washing machine. It's a lot more complicated, at least from what I understand. When I was in college, my freshman year roommate worked at an ice cream parlor like the summer before college, and she was pretty convinced that the ice cream parlor was a money laundering front. She was like, "Yeah, it was just really sketchy. There was some really weird things happening there." And I was like, "Well, all you had to do was scoop ice cream, so you can cry off that you didn't know what was happening." But she was like, "It was just weird. It was a weird vibe." I was like, "All right, well, maybe now you know not to get ice cream at that place." Now that you've worked there, now that you have your suspicions. Feels like a lot of businesses are money laundering. I Yeah, now there's a lot of things that are really funky with like shell companies and stuff. I agree. There's some weird vibes out in the wide world. A lot of so many companies being like subsidiaries of other companies. It feels like legal money laundering in a weird way. So, I feel like, yeah, and they do it to like dodge taxes and stuff. It's really distasteful. Welcome in, Axolotl. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. But yeah, it's an interesting world out there, you know? An interesting world out there to experience. I actually had my husband worked at a place that had like, I don't know, they kept an office for like tax purposes. But nobody worked there, and then they were gonna get audited, so they like flew out people to like pretend to work there, and I was like, this is definitely not legal. Like, why don't you guys just close the office? Like, it can't be that much of a tax, or just like, I don't know. Surely, if it's that much of a tax break, you should just hire people to work there. It was very funky. What's it like being a non-VTuber VTuber? It's a fine question. I could ask you the same question, Axolotl. What's it like being a non-VTuber VTuber? It feels, I don't know. I feel like I'm not in. I feel like I'm not hip with the kids. I don't have any of the fun hallmarks of being a VTuber, I guess. In Florida, we have car washing places on every corner. Nobody is there. It's like, how are you making money when it took near $1 million to make this building? I know. Yeah, I get that too. There's a lot of businesses that I'm like, how is this still in business? When you know, like you said, you know that the real estate is like very expensive. It's funky. It's funky. That's all I can say. That's the best way I could describe it. Funky. Pretend. What a world we live in. Kind of hit right at home the pretend part. Yeah. Maybe she feels like a puppet on a string. Maybe. We are just super unique. Yeah, I think like my design, my aesthetic preferences just, I guess, didn't line up to what was popular with other VTubers at the time, so it ends up making me look kind of unique, but like by accident. That was definitely not the goal, I guess. Also, I don't think I look that unique compared to anime. Like, I just feel like I look like a normal blonde anime lady, but hey, I guess in the VTuber sphere, being simple makes you stand out a little bit. I guess that's just how it be. Let me see. Also, maybe I'll just bring Fiery Flame in today. That's not Fiery Flame. Where is that lady? Is it you? No, that's Colossal Jade. Where's my girl? Oh, she's all the way over there. It's okay, I'm a mostly naked axolotl with a hat. Hey, but that like works though. That works. Come on, friend. Let's go inside. Let's get you set up in your stall. There you are. Okay. Do you have bedding? You do. Okay, perfect. I should have been a horse. Could be a horse girl. I know. We both should have been horses. We both could have been horse girls. It's like a huge miss. A missed opportunity. Alright, these guys are all set. I guess, who have I been using? I think I've been using Fluffy Pancake to do competitions. We can change. We could, yeah, we could rebrand. That just feels like a lot. I've spent a lot of money. I've spent a lot of money on this design, so I feel like I can't change. I guess I'm getting sucked into the sunk cost fallacy in a very literal sense, but alright, let's do beginner Rivershine Town. Just so I can get this statue progress. Oh. Maybe I need to turn my mouse sensitivity up. I turned it down to be able to look around. Okay. Alright. Let's restart the race, I guess. I'm not used to moving my mouse that much. I guess I should turn it back up to my normal point. Hey yo, Raz and chat. Welcome in, TM. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Yeah, I should definitely turn my mouse sensitivity back up. I always miss that jump too. I don't know what it is about the jumps at the top of stairs, but they get me nearly every time. Oh my god, this is like so hard. I don't know why I decided changing my mouse sensitivity like this would be a good idea. It was not. Feels like my mouse is moving at a snail's pace. Okay, let me turn it back up. This was a mistake. This was a mistake. Settings. Mouse sensitivity. Okay. Yeah. It might be more dizzying for you guys, but it's less dizzying for me. Giddy up, donkey. Welcome in, Neo. Hope you're doing well. Doing good. Just experimenting and multi-classing my Circle of Spores Druid. Is that in D&D? Sounds like D&D. Hi Raz, welcome in Mary. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. It is D&D? Okay, I was right. I'm not a huge fan of tabletop RPGs. I have played D&D a fair few times though. So I was like, I don't know what all those words mean, but most of them sound like D&D things. I just spent about 150 pounds on food and drink. Well, was it tasty? That's a lot, but if it was tasty, then maybe it was worth. I have spent a fair bit of money on food and drinks as well. Back in my more wealthy days, I should say. I try not to spend as much now. Now that I have a job that does not pay me as much. I don't really need straw, but why not collect it? I think I can probably sell it, actually, but you haven't had it yet? Oh, is it for catering, or did you order groceries? Because groceries do be expensive these days. They are quite pricey. Making me sad that I didn't grow a big garden this year. Having to pay for veggies has been a big sad. Stocking up for the next 2 weeks? Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I feel like 150 isn't too bad then. For two weeks worth of food. Not too bad. Groceries are so expensive, it's wild. It actually is. It actually is. Groceries are so expensive. It's, you go into a supermarket and you're like, this is how much? You want how much for like an onion? What? Mostly ready meals and stuff because I'm lazy. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you just don't have energy and it's better to eat than not eat, so if a ready meal is the way, that is a-okay. I don't think anyone should feel shame from buying ready-made meals or something. It's better for you to eat and be nourished than to not eat, or to eat, have like girl dinner where you're just eating like chips or something. So better to have that pre-made meal than to not. I have 2 boxes of nachos roux. I don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Sounds like, I mean, it sounds fun. Sounds fun. Also, I like how all of our flower boxes just grew like ice, but the flowers are still there. It's like they're trapped in ice, like it was a flash freeze. Oh, I have 2 boxes of nachos too. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, what's a nachos roux? But nachos too makes more sense. Alright, we're gonna make some more fertilizer. Not that I need it for right now, technically, because I'm not growing anything. I could grow carrots, but I feel like I have a lot of carrots. I guess I had a lot of fertilizer. Okay. Or a lot of manure, I guess. Has been a hot minute since I did that. Alright. Got all this stuff. All my forageables over here. What else we got? Anything good? Oh, I see a forageable. I see you over there. Just have to throw in some grated cheese, salsa, heat it all up. I love nachos. I love nachos. I don't have nachos that often, though. It's probably because I almost never have, like, ground beef or anything. So, I almost never make them, but I made them a lot as a kid, actually. It was, like, one of my go-to after school snacks, because they were just easy. I would just make cheese nachos, though. I definitely didn't put any protein in there because I was lazy. No meat on mine. Ah, so you're going the cheese nacho route. I can respect it. Is tasty. My husband makes like these insane nachos with instead of having normal like tortilla chips or corn chips or something, he uses the nacho cheese Doritos as the base. It's so good. It's like criminal. But it's one of those things that you eat and you can just tell how bad it is for you. But it is tasty. They are very good. Bean and I think tomato salsa. Oof, love it. Sounds very tasty. Alright. Cute Cookie is an adult. Stormy Wind had a foal. And there's wild horses in Lupine Meadow. We got so much going on. Gotta go. Have a great stream. Thank you, Whimsy. Hope you have a nice rest of your day. Thanks again for the raid. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, let's check on everybody. We gotta give Cute Cookie his own stall. We got a new baby to meet. Okay, oh my god, everyone's going wild. Okay. Gotta muck out stalls. Do all that stuff. I probably need to buy more sand. At some point. I don't know if I can, find sand out in the wild. I have found like the wood shavings or whatever it is, the next step up thing, but I don't think I've ever found sand. Alright, here's some Timothy hay for you, ma'am. And then Silly Lemon. What are you up to? You chillin'? Okay. Brushies. Big brushies. Silly Lemon, 15 hands. Getting up there. Getting big. I don't know if that's his max height. Look at this little bean. Hello? Hello? This little leopard Appaloosa child that we have over here. So cute. Alright, let's brush your mama. Nice job, Stormy Wind. Nice job, ma'am. You're a nice, cute baby. Okay. There we go. Hello, who are you? Who are you? Cute coffee. Black Appaloosa. Look at this little bean. Look at this little bean. What a sweet child. What a sweet child. I gotta get you your stuff. Okay, let's get a fluffy halter on you. Let's get a blanket on you too. Dalmatian foal. Yeah, he's a little leopard Appaloosa. Didn't know we got zebras in this game. No zebras. We do have duns though. Duns have stripes, but only on their legs, on their bottom of their legs. Okay, that looks kind of cute. What are your traits? His training trait? Oh, her training trait. She's a filly. Her training trait is clever. Earn 1 potential point per day. Oh, that's pretty busted. Wow. Okay. Caring trait is fertile. Breeding is always successful. And her earning trait is popular. She sells for more in the auction house. What a cute baby. And she started out with really good stats. Look at this bean. Look at this little bean. Cute coffee. What a cute lady. Goated zebra. Yeah. She's doing great. Those are really good stats. Especially because I was going to plan to sell her on the auction house, I think. So it's pretty exciting. Alright, I'm actually going to turn 3 cashew. I'm probably going to actually turn out into the field. Soon. So I guess I will put sand in here, but... And then this child. Cute cookie. You go to a stall. Give you sand. You get brushied. And then we can actually do some riding today with you. Exciting. Now that he's big enough. Cute bean. Oh, right. He's actually pretty even on all fronts. So I think we'll probably do endurance with him today. But let me check in with Silly Lemon first. And her, actually... I'm actually gonna put you back out in the field, pretty lady. There you go. You can be free, hang out with your friends. Very exciting. There you go. Enjoy. Enjoy. Alright, so first things first, Silly Lemon, what do you need? What are your stats? You need, flexibility today, I think. So we'll do flexibility with you. We'll lunge the baby. And then we'll bring this child over to do endurance. So we'll do endurance first, actually, because it's closer. It's over here. It's connected to the farm, so it's closer to get to. I'm riding around at a trot because it doesn't give anyone any stat points in anything, so it is the fastest gait that does not do any training. Cantering increases speed and galloping increases endurance. So I want to keep my stat points and also my stamina points kind of at max until we get to the training arenas, because they're just faster. Just faster to train using the training arenas. Though you do get you do gain stats faster by doing the stat in the zone that specializes in it. So Pine Forest specializes in endurance, so if you gallop around just out in the fields here, out in the woods, you will gain endurance faster than you would otherwise. Unlock the unicorns already in the 4 horses of the apocalypse. I want to ride Famine. Do you? I don't think, it's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, not the horses, I don't think. I think the horses can just be anybody. Kias! Welcome in! Let me get you a raid shout out. Good morning, girl! How are you doing? What are you guys up to today? You were playing ZZZ. How was it? Did you do any rolls? If so, I hope it was good. I hope you were lucky. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Yes, same. Oh, my thing stopped. I ran into a weird error. Okay. Hold on. I'm also part of this raid. Welcome in again. Woohoo! Sorry, some of my stuff, I just had like a weird error. That was strange. That was strange. We did 4 rolls. Got 2 S classes. Okay. We love that. That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, congrats on your rolls with some S classes. Alright, we got a different zone full of wild horses today. I wonder if Cute Coffee is gonna be the same, or if we re-rolled. No, she's the same. She looks the same. Alright, we gotta go back and do our farm chores. But welcome in, raiders. My name is Rizaldia. I go by Raz for short. I am a marionette VTuber. I mainly specialize in farming sims. Today we are playing The Ranch of Rivershine, our favorite cozy horse game. Obviously, Kias, if you have to go get food, a drink, rest, if you have errands that you have to run today, please do not feel pressured to stay. Of course, we'd love to have you. But if you have to raid and dash, feel free. I'm glad that ZZZ went well, and that your rolls were very fruitful. That is very exciting. My husband has not had very good roll luck in ZZZ, I will say. he has not been enjoying similar vibes. Oh, he's playing too? He is, yeah. He's been liking it. It's not really my type of game because I don't really love the combat as much, but he's been having a nice time with it. And he likes the aesthetics of the game a good bit. I hope he gets better rolls. Me too. for our joint wallet at least. It's very fun. Yeah, he's been having a nice time with it. I played a little bit, and I did like a bunch of the mechanics I think were fun. I liked how some of the exploration stuff worked. So I think it's a good game. It might just, it's not quite for me, but not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. I'm glad that people are having so much fun with it. I do like the bang boos though, I will say. Those little guys are very funny. I appreciate them a lot. The mechanics are fun. I've also been very impressed with the voice acting. Very understandable. You're a very cozy streamer. Yeah, I also, it's not my, I really don't like cyberpunky future tech aesthetics. So the fact that it takes place in like kind of a urban environment already kind of makes it not my fave. But that's not the game's fault. That's just a me thing. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, I've been really impressed by the models and stuff all look really clean. I like the designs for people. I like how characters are like in teams that are like fairly cohesive. There's a couple of character designs that I really like in there, but yeah, just not quite for me. But yeah, I'm glad you had a nice time. Glad it seems like it was lots of fun. And I guess you don't need more roll luck if you're getting S's already. Have you collected any new ponies recently? We have. So this lady is pregnant, so we're gonna have a new baby tomorrow, so that's pretty exciting. And then we just got this little lady. Cute Coffee. She's got some pretty busted traits. She's got Clever, which gains her 1 potential point per day, which is really insane. Fertile, where her breeding is always successful. And Popular, so she sells for more. And she's a little leopard Appaloosa. So she's got all these little spots. She's really cute. She's a cute little lady. And her name is Cute Coffee, which I think is a great name for her. So she's a good bean. A certified good bean. Hi Raz, hope you're well. Welcome in, Alexander. Happy Saturday. Hope things are good by you. Alright, I'm gonna actually bring this lady. Bring her out. Okay, somehow we got stuck on that rock, weirdly. Okay. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that. Famine is your horse's nickname in Harvest Moon due to how many crops it squandered. You know what? Neo, that is not untrue. Calf has caused us to lose a fair number of crops. Sadly, the name Famine is too long for Harvest Moon GB, but that would be that boy's nickname. Alright, where did I want to... Oh, I wanted to bring you to the flexibility arena. Okay, so we will do that in a sec. We will do endurance first, which is our very cute friend, Cute Cookie. So we're going to Pine Forest to do endurance. Cute Cookie is in fact very cute. A very cute bean. I like his coat a lot. I think I missed a couple streams in that. Have you nearly finished? So, where are we? We're in summer right now. I did not do a stream on Thursday because I was really tired, and the Harvest Moon GB streams, because we're trying to hit Master Rancher, I have been kind of grinding while we're in there, so I didn't really feel up to that. So, there was not a stream earlier this week for that. So, I think will be, let's see, tomorrow I figure we'll do, I think we only barely got into summer, so I think tomorrow will be a summer stream, and then next week I think will be summer into autumn, and then probably an autumn stream, and then autumn into winter, and then end of winter I think, so we probably have like 5 more streams in it. And then we'll see. I guess if we don't get Master Rancher, I will decide at that point if I want to go for another year or if we want to just call it. Because I think we'll, in theory, hopefully, have seen like all of the events. We still have, I think there's 2 events that we still have not seen, 2 random events. But we've seen the rest. We've seen all the festivals. So we'll see. If we don't get those 2 random events, I might just go another year just to try and see them, but we shall see. I do have quite a lot of crops that I need to sell, so I don't really know how feasible it is for me to do it in 1 year, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Turns out, very behind the first year. I thought I had sold like 2,000 crops or something, and I was only at like 1,500, so was not quite the point I expected. You don't need crops when you have cheese. I mean, yeah, so true. I actually wonder, cheese must count, actually. Because I think it's items shipped, not just crops. So, if we had the ability to get more cows, like if we could expand our barn, I would probably just go to, like, cheese. I would be like, we are a dairy operation now. That's what we're up to. That would probably be my plan. Okay, what is my stat at for endurance? He's at 84. Okay, I'll probably just end with him for the day, I guess. Or I can give him a snick snack. Let's do a pair. And then let's go, we can actually bring him to go jumping. I can actually do double training with him today because we actually completed the endurance arena and still had energy left over, which has like never happened. I wonder actually, what are your traits, child? What's your training trait? Lose less energy while training on trails. I wonder if that counts. Never wanders off. He's actually got great traits, to be honest. He has excellent traits. I also should have set up his tack. He's wearing like the basic brown western tack set. I should set him up with something a little bit flashier. I'll do that when we get back to our stable though. But let's go. We could actually teleport, but I think we'll go the regular route and just ride over there. Because why not, I guess. We have time. If I'm running out of time later, I can always teleport. If I feel like I'm burning too much daylight, though there is no like pass out mechanic that I was able to figure out. So I think I'm safe to just kind of vibe. Also, really quick. See, super fast. Okay, just have messages from someone. I was like, who's pinging me? Who am I getting pings from? I will check that in a bit. Just me being chatty with friends, that's all. Not an emergency ping, not someone saying, Raz, your stream is borked. Though, you know, I did get a message on one of my most recent VODs where someone said, my speakers are cranked and I can't hear a word you said. And I was like, it was a stream. So people were there chatting with me for like 3 hours. So I think that's a you problem, sir. I think everyone else was able to hear me, unless they've just been making it up and looking at the auto-generated closed captions, which is always possible, I suppose. But I was gonna say, that's definitely a you problem, buddy. It was such a weird comment. It would be the kind of thing that's like, it's a normal thing. I know that my streams are a little bit quieter. I do know that people do have to probably turn me up, but I feel like that's the kind of comment that would be totally fine on either a standalone video where I just posted it and it's like just a normal video that I uploaded, or if it was live and you were like, I really can't hear you. But it's so weird to comment on a stream VOD where it was like, well, everybody else, like, there's other people. You can even see a chat replay. Like, there's even chats in the chat replay. Just very strange. A picnic problem. I was just like, sir, that seems like a you. Also, oh my god, my washing machine sounds like it's going to completely like vibrate through the wall. It's gonna bust into my study. VOD watchers, if you watch Raz live on Twitch, you can get closed captioning. I know, right? Like, I have a closed captioner. You can do that. I run a special closed captioner that you can enable. And then you could just read my little subtitles instead. Well, that's the other thing too. It was on YouTube, so like I think there's auto-generated closed captions on VODs on YouTube as well. So I was just like, sir, I'm confused. This seems like a you problem. I think I'm okay. And I do listen back to most of my VODs. I just skip around to make sure nothing like untoward was happening. I was like, I think I'm okay. I think this is a you issue, but just, it's one of those things that I would never comment. But there's, I guess, people out there are bolder than me, I guess. They feel very comfortable writing stuff down on the internet. Maybe I spent too much of my early years also writing things down on the internet and then being like castigated by adults for it. So I was like, I have now grown out of that habit. I keep my opinions closer to my chest, or at least in my own spaces, like my own streams. I've never had a problem hearing you. Okay, good. I didn't think anyone had. People are usually, if they can't hear the game or can't hear me, they're usually pretty good to be like, Raz, something is wrong. So I was like, okay, sir. Well, don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to say. But yeah, some people, I think other people are just bolder than me. They'll write whatever, wherever. At first I thought it might even be a bot. I was like, is this a bot? Did a bot write this? Because you know how YouTube is just full of bots that write just like the same comment over and over and over, and I was like, But I was like, this almost seems too specific. That does kind of sound like bot behavior, right? Like, it's an easy thing that you could write on multiple videos and then, like, I don't know. It could be seen as a real feedback when in reality it's totally bogus, so. No, people love inventing things just to complain about them. I do think it is definitely part of the human condition that we do just like to complain about things. We like to vent. It's okay. Sometimes I vent at work too. Sometimes I just like roll up on my boss and I'm like, let me tell you about this really dumb ticket that we received today. And then I get to the end of complaining and I'm like, it's fine. I just wanted to talk about it. I just wanted somebody else to validate that it's okay if I feel frustrated by people doing wild things. I think a little bit of complaining is totally fine. Like a normal amount of complaining. Nobi's influence, corruption, Raz. Oh no, Nobi's. Well, Nobi does complain a decent amount. I feel like Sneech or somebody else complains more though. Sneech is maybe the king complainer of that group. I feel like he often has a crossword to say about just about everything. All right. Put this boy back. Thanks. Good job today, cute cookie. Actually, let me swap out your tack while I'm here. While I remember. What should we tack him up with? Let's see. He has kind of this reddish coat because of his dark chestnut roan. So he does have the fluffy halter. I feel like a darker set would work better though. Oh, actually this chocolate color is kind of nice. A hackamore could be cute. Okay, maybe a hackamore. I don't know, the sheepskin. Well, I'm not gonna keep that blanket. Oh, he could look cute in this. Green, red. Okay, that could be cute. And then maybe an endurance saddle. Like a little black endurance saddle. And do I have leather boots that match? Have you ever bothered with horses IRL? Yes, actually. I rode horses for well over a decade. I rode horses from when I was about 6 years old until about 18. And then I went to college and then I didn't have money to ride horses after that point. But I had a lot of fun with it. I do love horses. If I could keep a horse on my property, I would. I do not actually have space enough for a horse on my property. I would really love to keep a draft horse. I love draft horses. The big boys. The big Clydesdales and stuff. They are probably my favorite. But I would love to ride again. I've been thinking of picking it up, and I have like several coworkers who ride, and they've been telling me that I should like go back and I should like come to their stables and stuff. So I've been thinking about it. It's just it's a very expensive hobby to have. It's very, very expensive, and especially as an adult, it's a little bit more affordable as a child. Like children's riding lessons are usually a little bit more affordable, but as an adult they usually want you to like have your own horse or at least a horse or something, and that gets very expensive. So we'll see. I mean, one day if I get a bunch of money, maybe I will buy a horse one day. But I would have to board it, which would cost me a lot of money. So unless I decide to buy like my neighbor's property and just knock down their house and turn it into just a barn. that would be quite a lot. Thank you for the 100 biddies for the horse fund to marry. Thank you. I will put it away. I'll put it in a little piggy bank for that. I used to go to stables with a girl I liked. Nothing ever came of it. Well, at least you got to hopefully pet some cute horses and hang out with them. Hopefully that came of it. Also, Dami, thank you for the posture check and the hydrate. Everyone make sure you do a big stretch. Big stretch. Make sure that you are an uncooked shrimp, if you must be a shrimp. And make sure you get a sip of something. Doesn't matter what it is, something's better than nothing. I am sipping on, what am I drinking? I am drinking a sparkling grapefruit Izzy. So not the most healthy thing, but not the most unhealthy thing either. I got headbutted by one. Oh no. At least, hopefully you didn't chip a tooth or break your nose by getting headbutted. And hopefully you never broke any toes. I have broken every single one of my toes, except for my big toes. Some of them multiple times by getting stepped on by horses. So, and they each and every time it was my fault. each time it was a me problem. Doing unsafe things, ill-advised things. I staggered a little bit, but that's all. Okay, that's good. That's good. I kind of want the polo wraps. I wonder if the turquoise matches this. I'm not sure that it does. Because if this turquoise color matches this, then I would like polo wraps in that color. But for now, maybe not. Perhaps not. And then we could do breast collar. And do I have saddlebags? I do. No, I don't really like the... Well, the tail bow could be cute. But in green... White could be cute, maybe. Nah. I'll just do without accessories. This boy's accessorized enough. Okay. I think that's good tack for him. And then this child, we are going to go do the flexibility arena. So that is in Rocky Mountain with the goats, the cute goats. There was a bit of me that thought about getting a goat recently, and then I was like, no, Raz. Do not get goats. That is a bad idea. But I saw like some cute pictures of goats, and I was like, but they are kind of cute though. With their strange eyes. And then I was like, no, don't do it. Do not. They will escape. They will eat everything. They will be a huge pain. My knowledge of horses end that they have 4 legs. Okay, well, at least you know that. You know they've got 4 legs. Got a mane and a tail. Also, where's the wild horses? Let's see. This is where the dapple horses live, so where are they? Oh, they're over here. Okay, I'll do the training arena and then we'll go take a look at them. Goats are evil. They are just very unmanageable. Some people have very good luck keeping goats, but I think goats are just very good escape artists, and they make life a little bit more challenging. Get a sheep if anything. I want sheep super bad. I do want sheep. I was just kind of thinking, because my husband and I were talking about it would be nice to have like a dairy animal, and goats are definitely the better dairy animal, but I was like, I don't want a goat. I don't want a goat. We could have sheep. You could have dairy sheep, but I was like, nah, we'll keep sheep for wool. They'll be chill. It'll be nice and cozy. We'll have a relaxed time with sheep. But goats, I think goats would just escape. They would just get out. I just don't think that goats can be contained very easily. They're always trying to go off and do stuff. Or a Highland cow. Oh, Highland cows are so cute. I do not have enough space for a Highland cow. Because the amount of fodder they would need, because I don't have the grazing space, it would probably... Highland cow, I think, would eat me out of house and home. But they are so cute and so fluffy. They are definitely, like, the sweetest cows. They are baby. They look very cute. Alright, let's take a look at these horses. I don't know if this is the easiest way to get down and check them out. Or an elephant. I think an elephant is going to make that a much more of an issue. I think the amount of food that an elephant needs is a lot more and a Highland cow. Alright, do we have any cute dapple friends? Oh, that's a dapple friend. Kind of a cute color. Raz, get an elephant? No, I think it's illegal. I don't think you can legally keep an elephant in the US as like an individual. Just don't tell anyone. I think you would have to tell someone in order to get the elephant to your house, right? Like somebody, it would have to be delivered. It would have to go on a boat at the very least. Unless I guess maybe if you're stealing a baby elephant from a zoo? Maybe? But that seems complicated. And I think they have lots of video cameras at zoos. Or an African tall horse, a giraffe. Oh, I would worry because giraffes, I think, break their necks fairly often, and that seems scary, but they are cute. But they would be hard, it would be hard to keep an elephant or a giraffe a secret, I think. They are large. And at least elephants make a decent amount of noise as well. So, I think these plans are sadly not it. I also don't know how much they would like the snow. I live in an area that is winter for most of the year, I would say, or at least cold. I petted a zebra before. Have you? That sounds very joyful. Zebras are super cute. I love zebras. Zebras give me big, like, donkey vibes. I would have a donkey. Donkeys are actually excellent livestock guardian animals, actually. If you keep like sheep or alpacas or something, you can keep a donkey to protect them instead of a dog out in the field, because they will kill stuff. They will absolutely murder things that come after their family. I would have a donkey. They're so cute. I really like, there's like the really big breed of donkey. Wait, now I have to look it up. Hold on. The music's gonna cut off. Let me look at, it's in the Livestock Conservancy. Livestock breeds. Horses, cattle, donkeys. Yes, donkey breeds. It is... Oh, what is it called? The Poitou? Oh god. All of my... My computer is having a moment today. Hold on. My computer is having an absolute moment for some reason. It probably is because I haven't shut it off in a hot minute and it's freaking out. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in both chats actually, so you guys can witness them. These donkeys. The Poitou. They are an endangered donkey breed, and they're very cute. I've recently wiki-walked about the genus. Horses, asses, and zebras can all be hybridized. They can. Yes, they can. I've seen those pulling carts before. Donkeys are so cute. They are kind of loud, though. They do be kind of loud. I won't lie. They like to talk. They're much chattier. They're much chattier than many of their friends. Okay, what do you... Oh, you have great stats. You have great stats, little bean. Let's go do some lunging. Yeah, there is a breed, though. There is a breed of, like, hybridized horses and zebras. And they have, like, they're kind of stripy. and I forget, they have a specific name for the mix of them. I don't know what they are called though. If you hybridize horses and donkeys, that's how you get mules. That's what a mule is. I love a zorse and a zonkey. So cute. Such good beans. Okay, what should I work on first? Let's do fence line. Let's do can do this. Child can do some jumps. Mule if a female horse. Hinny if a female donkey. Yeah, I've almost never heard of hinnies, but mules are used to be used a lot. They were quite popular because they're a bit larger. I think a hinny is probably a bit smaller. I've seen them in videos, but I can't remember the name. Yeah, there's lots of different hybridizations of those friends. The equine bros. All cute though. All good beans. But yeah, I'd love a donkey. If I ever get sheep, maybe I'll get a smaller donkey. My model is broken? Oh, she is. What happened to my model? Excuse me. Okay. My whole computer is just having a moment. Thank you for shouting that out. Hello? My webcam turned off somehow. Hello? Are you good? Are you alive? Okay. I think she's back. I think she's back. Aren't all mules sterile? Yes, a lot of the hybridizations are sterile. And Uma, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. I was a horse girl in middle school. That trot of that horse is crazy. Yeah, it's got a very bouncy trot. Well, welcome in. This is an excellent game for former horse girls, I will say. Well, am I a former horse girl if I'm just too broke to have horses right now? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I was big into horses. I had my childhood room, my entire wall was plastered with horse posters. Other people had like posters of bands that they liked, or actors or actresses, or other things. No, mine was horses. Horses everywhere. All over the place. A good game for former female centaurs. I suppose if you were into the trotting around and jumping over stuff. That is true. I will say it doesn't get super dark in this game. It doesn't get super dark, which is either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you feel about day-night cycles, but also your model is super cute, S tier. If you like spirals, you get S++. Oh, thank you. My art mama did an amazing job. She did an amazing job on my model. I like to gush about her work all the time. I have lots of cute siblings as well. Lots of very cute siblings. I feel bad. My art mama has a lot of like chronic illnesses and stuff, and they're always having flare-ups, but she works crazy hard. She used to send me updates at like 4 in the morning, and I'd be like, Cinna, please, sleep, girl. Please, Mama Cinna, do not burn yourself out making this model. It's okay. She does have sparkle and hard eyes. I do. That is true. I do have heart eyes. And a blush. All these toggles that I like almost never use. And sparkles. Of course, not will tell what to do with the bottle, but with hair. Can see drill hair get like epic. Oh, that would be cute. Drill hair would be kind of fun. I almost had like drill hair. I almost had really cute little twin tails, like curly drill-ish twin tails for my alternate outfit. It was close. It was a real saloon-y vibe, and I kind of really wanted it, but I was like, maybe not yet. Maybe if I became just a Oregon Trail and the Ranch of Rivershine streamer, I would get a saloon outfit. That could be fun. Saloon inspired, at least. A real saloon outfit would be, I think, a little bit more buttoned up and maybe not as cute to a modern audience, but I thought about it. I gave it a good think. But yeah, we're doing some lunging with our little baby here. I guess farm babies do start with tameness of 100. I thought that they were going to start with tameness of 0. But I guess not. Or at least like 50 or something. That's what I thought. But I guess it's only wild horses that have low tameness. Maybe for a Red Dead Redemption playthrough. Oh, the ultimate horse game. Red Dead Redemption 2. Need more trust. I guess cannot trust streamer. She's too devious. Yeah, trust is only at 16. To be fair, this foal was only born today, so it hasn't known us for very long, to be fair. I have been thinking about playing Red Dead Redemption 2, but I feel like that would be a long playthrough. I feel like that would be many hours. I don't know if I want to commit to that. Please, Raz. I will think about it. I will deeply think about it. No longer than Harvestella. How long was I think our Harvestella we did in like 70 hours, I want to say. Something like that. Harvestella, I didn't spend too much time doing a lot of the side stuff. I also hated... What was the name of the winter town? I hated the winter town. I hated those people, so I didn't do any of the side quests in there. But I feel like Red Dead has lots of side things you can do, right? I literally see some horse people just play Red Dead as like a horse adventure. They just run around getting new horses. I don't even know if they finished the game. Can you, after you finish the story, well... I think I saw a spoiler of Red Dead, so I'm not going to ask that question. I think I know what happened, like what the answer to my own question would be. There's a lot of side activity. Red Dead Redemption 2 is absolutely top 5 favorite games of all time for me. You are making it very appealing. You are making it very appealing. Maybe, okay, so maybe next year, maybe 2025. We will think about doing a Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough, because it is a horse game in my mind. It is a horse game. Super long game. It's okay. We play lots of long games here. Gosh, but Raz, that's like forever away. Yeah, but we have other farming games that we need to get through. It's only like 6 months away. It'll be here before we know it. 2025 will be here soon enough. We have some other farming that we have to do first. Okay, here's the jam. Maybe I will let you guys put Red Dead Redemption 2 on the farming sim election as a horse game. I will let it enter into the farming sim election as a horse game. And then you guys can vote for it. And then that way no one can be like, Raz, why are we playing Red Dead Redemption 2 for like 130 hours? Instead I can be like, well, you guys voted for it. That's why. Do not say that 2025 is close. Are we like in the future? It's only 6 months away. That's not too far. Red Dead 2 has very detailed horse genitalia. Well, I think it's trying to be realistic, I guess, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Why are you sabotaging my Farming Sim 22 election bid? I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to. You can put both on the ballot. You could split your votes between them. Maybe you have so many frogs, maybe you have so many points that you have plenty for both. And then either will win. Well, that is true. Yeah, I guess if you split your votes, you kind of ensure that other people have more of a chance. Alright, fair. Fair logic. So I've never seen this game. Is it literally just watch a horse run in circles? No, just this bit. We're just doing lunging right now. You can actually ride horses, so it's a horse ranching sim, so you can catch wild horses, you can breed horses, you ride horses in cross-country competitions. So there's a lot to do in it. This is just maybe the most boring version because I'm just training this baby on jumping. So we're just trying to get his jump all the way up. That's all. Can I ask a stupid question? I don't think there's very many stupid questions, so feel free to ask. You're always welcome to ask questions. If it's a question I don't want to answer, I just won't answer it. Easy enough. Easy enough. But yeah, I don't think there's very many stupid questions out in the world. I think people should be empowered to ask questions more often. We would probably have less misunderstandings if people felt that they could ask questions. Where I come from, there's no such thing as wild horses. In America, are there like packs of wild horses running around? Yes. In some parts of the US, usually the western section of the US, there still are wild horses. They're wild mustangs, is what we call them. Most of them are descendants from actually there's two types of wild horses. There's mustangs, which are in the west, which are largely descendants from I believe like Spanish conquistadors, or like the colonial powers brought horses over and then they would like escape and they would breed. And then there's also in Virginia, I want to say there's a island called Chincoteague, I believe it's called, that does have a herd of wild horses that lives there. So yes, there are wild horses. There's less of them now. There used to be a lot more with kind of industrialization and stuff. Oh, Assateague? Oh, is it Chincoteague and Assateague, or is it just Assateague? I went there as a child. Did you get to see the wild horses? I always wanted to go as a kid. But yeah, they're long story short, there are wild horses in the US. There's not as many as there used to be, but there are wild horses that live in various places in the US. What is the beginning of eternity, the end of time and space, the beginning of every end, and the end of every place? That sounds like a riddle. I do not know. I do not know the answer to that. You are cute, but very small. I am pretty small in real life, actually. Well, I'm average for a woman in the US, but I am small in comparison to my husband. He is very tall. He can reach all the top shelves. Assateague is the Maryland section, Chincoteague is the Virginia bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, is it Virginia or Maryland? Turns out it's both. You want the answer? Yeah, tell me the answer, Neo. I am 4'11", I feel your pain. Oh, 4'11" is when everything is tall. It's hard to get anything on the top shelf when you're 4'11". That is quite short for sure. But then you can have cute step stools. Ooh, the letter E. Beginning of eternity. The end of time and space. The beginning of every end. And the end of every place. That's a good one. I like that riddle, Neo. That's a good one. Don't rub it in. Sorry. Alright, we're done lunging. We're gonna bring our little child back to the stable. He did good. He did good today. I guess while I'm out too, I should do a little foraging. Get some orchard grass, which I almost never use. I should probably sell my orchard grass at this point. Any apples? No apples. Alright, we'll put this little boy away. Or little girl. I keep forgetting she's a filly. Little girl. Give her a brushing. She did a good job. She's so cute. I do love leopard Appaloosas. Okay. These guys are all set. Is orchard grass just dumb apple tree not know how to grow? No, it's like a type of fodder. It's a type of grass. I don't know. I've never heard of orchard grass before, actually. So, I don't know if it is a real thing or if it's unique to this game. But it grows on your farm. And you can feed it to your horses. Try it on your husband if he wasn't in earshot right now. I will try it. He doesn't generally like riddles, but he might like that one because it's kind of witty. It feels very like 19th century quaint, so he might like it. I will try it on him. He was not in earshot. He is upstairs. He is upstairs right now, so he did not hear the answer, luckily. Alright, let's go to bed because we have a foal that's gonna be born maybe not today, but maybe the next day. Let's see. Let us see. Oh, Silly Lemon is an adult. Adult time. As for the height thing, I'm literally a centimeter off, 6'3". You are tall as well. You're in the tall crew. That means you have to get things off the top shelf. You are in the tall team. All tall people are evil. I don't know, we need tall people for some things though. Just like we need short people for some things. Short people, like I'm the one who always has to go into all the small crawl spaces in my house because I'm shorter. And it's easier for me to get in there, you know? And then my husband has to deal with all the tall stuff. So I feel like we need both types of people in the world. Tall people and short people. Need all builds. Razchan's suitcase sized. I think I could fit in a suitcase, sadly enough. I remember when we were at my old office, we were moving offices one time, and I could fit in a box for one of the PCs, which I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. My boss was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I fit in this box. Isn't that wild?" She was quite a bit taller than me, so she was like, "Well, I'm glad you're excited about it." I've literally helped people by doing that before, getting stuff on the top shelf. I mean, yeah, it's your duty as like a 6'3" person, a tall person. Save money on flights, just put her in the suitcase. Oh god. If I was put in a suitcase, I don't think I would survive. They throw those suitcases around. I would get tossed around. I would end up black and blue for sure. that horse pink? It's a reddish brown. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat. He's a reddish brown, but he does look pinkish, right? Hi Razan, just stopping by to say hi. Hope you're doing well. Have a great stream and day. Much love. Welcome in, Minimi. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday. Alright, this friend is good. Now we gotta take care of these two. There we go. Oh yeah, I do need to go into town. I do need more sand. I guess when I'm gonna have to bring Silly Lemon somewhere, so when I go into town I will stop by the general store and the tack shop. Buy some, peruse their wares. Let's see. Okay. There we go. She's all set. And then you've been fed. Okay. So, what do you need actually stat-wise? Jump. Also, this is so horse girl. It's very horse girl. It's an excellent horse girl game. It was like made for horse girls. So it's an excellent pick. It's my favorite cozy horse game, I gotta say. It's very relaxed. You can do everything at your own pace, which is nice. Alright, let's go into town really quick. I'm gonna stop by... Well, I hope maybe they might not be open. So let's go... I'll go do our jump training and then we'll come back. Because I just realized it's like 7 a.m. I don't think these friends open their shops until like 8. 8 or 9 maybe. For some reason I'm thinking of the song My Lovely Horse in the old British comedy, My Father Ted. I don't think I've ever heard that song. But I guess I haven't watched a lot of British media, so that would probably be why. That would probably be why. No offense, going from currently playing Elden Ring to a horse girl game is a bit jarring. I get that. I get that. It's definitely a different mood. Though Elden Ring has Torrent. Elden Ring is kind of a horse game. You've got Torrent, your best bud. Hi Raz, welcome in Captain. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. Happy Saturday. It's a fake Eurovision song. Oh, that sounds pretty joyful. That sounds very joyful. Elden Ring, I guess, is the most metal horse girl game. I think so. I think so. I think we can call Elden Ring a horse girl game because of Torrent. I think that seems reasonable to me. Elden Ring is a horse game is one of my favorite quotes I've heard. It is though. It is though. Elden Ring is a horse girl game. That's just... I don't make the rules. Hi, doll support here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, Sakurano. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Does that mean Shadow of the Colossus is also a horse game? Do you have a horse in Shadow of the Colossus? If so, then maybe. Razchan's super silly. No. I'm being totally serious. Yes and yes. Okay, then yes. Yep. Then Shadow of the Colossus is a horse girl game. Yep. Put the stamp on it. Maybe I should start going into Steam and adding like horse girl game or horse game as a tag to all of these games. And then, cause like Elden Ring is definitely a horse girl game. If Shadow of the Colossus has a horse that you are like buddies with, then it's a horse girl game. That's just... The big part of a horse girl game is that you have a horse, and your horse is like your best buddy, and you go with them on all your adventures. So, a lot of the Zelda games are probably also horse girl games. if we're gonna be honest. And Red Dead Redemption 2 is absolutely a horse girl game. The thing is, Red Dead Redemption 2 is well known as a horse girl game. I don't need to prove that to anyone. It's on lists. My favorite manga is Berserk. One Time He Rides a Horse. Berserk is a horse girl manga. Only if he's like besties with the horse. If he's like best friends with the horse and the horse goes on all of his adventures, then yes, it's a horse girl manga. If he only rides the horse once, then I don't think it counts. That'll be an interesting thing to see alongside other horse girl games. What, Shadow of the Colossus and Elden Ring? No, I think the horse gets decapitated. Yeah, that's not really the horse girl game vibe or manga, I guess. We need our horses to be relatively unharmed. Alright, let me hop off. Let me go to the shop. You can ride horse in the Trails of Cold Steel games. My favorite JRPG. Then it might be a horse girl game series. I'm just saying. It might in fact be a horse girl. What? Does this horse not have anything on it? Oh, okay. It's a blanket that I already have. I see. I was like, what? What is this? I was like, I've never seen a blank one. Okay, that's the fluffy brown halter, which I should probably get. And the orange saddle pad would be cute. Oh, is this a... Oh, the light brown endurance saddle. I do love the endurance saddles. I love these wood horses. Yeah, they're like horse mannequins. So you can see the tack. Would you rather go to the beach or the mountains? The mountains. I hate the beach. I'm sorry. I'm scared of deep water. I don't like the ocean. And I don't like sand. But I like mountains. Is The Godfather a horse movie because there's at least some horse in it? No. I don't think The Godfather counts at all. Sadly. Sadly for people that like The Godfather, it is not a horse movie. There is horse violence in that movie. Based streamer. I mean, if you like the beach, don't get me wrong, the beach can be good for people who like the beach. I just don't like the beach. That's all. That's all. There's also a horse in The Never-Ending Story. The Never-Ending Story is a horse movie, for sure. The horse is kind of pivotal. I've only seen The Never-Ending Story like once, I want to say. I was much older when I saw it too. For some reason I skipped it when I originally watched movies as a child. I don't know why. I guess we like never grabbed it at the rental place, I guess. The horse drowns in quicksand. I know, but that's kind of a key sad bit. It's meant to be extremely heart-wrenching because it's a horse movie. It's the best friend, and then it's crushing. It's a great tragedy moment. Comes back in the end, exactly. So like, you know, it all gets resolved. I'm like getting flashbacks. I've never seen it, but when I know English, but I remember seeing a movie. It is quite popular. There's also lots of clips of it online, I would say. Alright, who should we should bring this child out. What do you need to train, friend? Flexibility. Okay. Yeah, let's do flexibility. Flexibility over speed. Yeah. Yes. Indian in the Cupboard. Oh my goodness. I did not know that that was a movie until very recently, and then someone did a breakdown of it. And then my husband said that they, as children, they like watched that movie an ungodly number of times, and he was like, it was a terrible movie. and the breakdown was very funny. There's some guy on, like, I want to say TikTok, but he might also do it on YouTube, who, like, he breaks down lots of, maybe interesting is the best way to put it, American media. He did like a whole thing on Seventh Heaven, which is a wild TV show, and he did a breakdown of Indian in the Cupboard, which is a wild film. I only remember images from memory. It must have been very young. It's quite old, yeah. Quite old. It has not aged well. Also, the acting in it is pretty bad. Pretty bad. So, yeah, maybe that is... I don't know that is a movie that I would recommend anyone watch, to be honest. Not good acting. Not good writing. Just an interesting take. Have you ever watched Racing Stripes? I have not. To be honest, most TV shows and movies I have not watched. I have watched a shockingly small number of movies and TV shows. It's very 90s, yes, very 90s. But yeah, I feel like I watched a decent amount. I've watched a lot of like Disney films or the Disney adjacent films, things like Anastasia, The Secrets of Nim. What was the name of the one I was just thinking of yesterday? Once Upon a Forest, something like that. Fern Gully. It's about a zebra that becomes a racehorse. Oh, that sounds kind of adorable though. Now I feel like I have to track that down. That's a horse girl movie if I ever heard of one. Okay, did we use up all of our training points? We did. Nice. Our child is fully trained. Cute Cookie. The name of this horse is Cute Cookie. All of the names are auto-generated. I've seen it once. I feel like I'll need to go find it. Racing Stripes. It's pretty old. It feels like a 90s film, just by the premise. The 90s had lots of like animal underdog stories. Because there was like Air Bud, right? About the dog that plays basketball. There was, what was it, Free Willy? Was that the name of the movie? About the kid that befriends an orca, I think? If I'm remembering correctly. Early 2000s, alright. Late 90s, early 2000s. We were all about the animal movies. It was the hip thing. Maybe because I'm grandma, but I still find it crazy that 2010 is over 10 years ago. I also find that kind of wild. I also cannot believe that it's been that long. I don't want to think about it. 2010 feels like not that long ago to me. But that's what happens when you get sentient, right? You grow up and then suddenly time seems to start flying. Whereas when you're a kid, time kind of seems to crawl, I think. Alright, this friend is all set. COVID season was 4 years ago. I know. Isn't it wild to think that it was that long ago? It's wild to me. Did we already bring this boy out? I do not remember. I think we did, right? Let me check. Yeah, we did. We did. Okay. Once we get sentient, suddenly all old. Exactly. Once we get sentient, It's all over. Low potential, is that horse my spirit animal? Poor low potential friend. Well, it's just because he had high potential, but we rode him today. We all have high potential in us. I believe in us. But also, I was thinking about this recently. I think as kids, we're always encouraged to go and do, like, great things, you know, ambitious things, but it's totally fine to just be a normal person. To just have a normal job and a normal life and be happy with that. That's what I aspire to. I aspire to just have a normal time. I don't need to go be some CEO and make a lot of money. I'm just chilling. I'm just vibing. Do you mind if I sketch you? Not like lewd way, I just feel like sketch. Of course, you are always welcome to sketch. I am always flattered. Anyone wants to draw my model? Always happy to have that. I'll be in dog sitting duty for 2 weeks starting tomorrow. I mean, that sounds joyful. What kind of dog? What kind of dog are you dog sitting? You get the drill hair? I think that'd be cute. I think that'd be cute. See what the drill hair would look like. Draw her like one of your French girls? No. The French girls were nude. I mean, I don't have a problem with artistic nudity, I guess is the thing, but it can very quickly become suggestive is really the key. It's a fine line. The Yorkshire Terrier I've talked about. Oh, the all-brown Yorkshire Terrier. The old one. That sounds joyful, though. A good little bean. I promise I will try not to hentai you. That sounds good. Yes. Let's keep it seiso. Let's keep it seiso. As much as possible. Well, I hope you have fun dog sitting. Hope you have fun. Hopefully it's nice and relaxed. I know sometimes dog sitting is not relaxed. But hopefully it's as relaxed as it can be. He won't stop whining for the first day. That's a real mood. I feel that. I feel like if I was dropped off somewhere, I would probably also whine for the first day. Or if I had someone watch me as a kid. It's a real, like, I want my mom kind of mood. Hoping he wears himself out and sleeps. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. Pickles does that. Sometimes when she gets really upset about something, she, like, gets really grumpy. And then, like, she gets tired. She grumps herself out. And then she goes and she takes a nap and she's fine. So I'm sure he'll have a bit of a sad time at the start. And then he'll, you know, he'll whine himself out and then he'll be fine. I have a habit of drawing like military tactical gear, so I may make you look like a pilot. Oh, that sounds fun though. That'd be cool. Pilot Raz. I don't know that anyone wants to be on a plane with Pilot Raz. He'll still be at home. Nothing will change except parents who won't be there. Mostly my mother. Yeah, he's probably just gonna be. He just wants his mom. That's probably gonna be the issue. He's probably just like, Mom is gone. I'm sad. Which happens. I get it. I get it. We're just doing some endurance training with cute coffee. So having her constantly go to a gallop and then slow down to a canter so she can kind of recoup some energy. And then back and forth and back and forth. The one positive is cantering and galloping does reduce your like stamina a lot faster, so we don't have to lunge for nearly as long. For better or for worse. Thought originally this is just side game, but for real, this is so horse girl. It's extremely horse girl. Yeah, nothing side. It's not like a side activity. It's all you do. Hanging out with horses. He never cared about his actual mother when we had her. Well, that's because I feel like dogs and cats tend to kind of imprint on people. We kind of encourage them to do that, so they tend to care more about their human caregivers than their fellow animal compatriots. I've never seen a horse IRL. Really? You should go to a stable sometime. Their noses are very soft. They have very soft noses. They're usually sweet beans. Going on a trail ride is lots of fun too, riding like through the woods or something. It's probably my favorite activity. I don't really like doing all the stuff in the rings as much. I don't like, I mean, jumping is fun, but it's more fun to be out on trail, I think. They're kind of big and scary. They are big. And the other thing is they have they're kind of they're quite skittish, I think is kind of the key, is they are, because they're herd animals and they're prey animals, if you are nervous, they get really nervous, and so sometimes you can both be making each other very anxious. So you gotta be as calm as possible. No stables really around here in Japan. That is true. I guess I never really saw stables when I was living. I mean, Tokyo, it would have been kind of understandable. There's not many stables in cities, but I kind of expected I would maybe see some around Kyoto, but I didn't. Tokyo sucks. Tokyo's not my favorite city. I liked Kyoto a lot more. But I really wanted to go to northern Japan, actually. I really wish I had been able to visit there. My niece got bit by a horse when we were under 10. Samurai used horses? That is true, but Japan has, I don't know. I guess it's not as popular. It's more popular in like the US. Like a lot of people have horses in the US. So I guess it's probably just quite expensive, I imagine. Did you live there or just vacation? So I studied abroad there at a university in Tokyo, and then before I was in Tokyo, I was in Kyoto. I did an internship for 3 months. So I lived there for a little over 6 months, I guess, in total. And then I did a trip for like a couple weeks to Okinawa once. But it was not really vacation. It was with a class, but it was more like vacation. We did a lot more touristy things that time. I think it was at a farm. She was feeding the horse but didn't flatten her hand. Yeah, that's a common mistake where you like can't get stuff in the way. If you keep your hand flat, they like can't bite you, really, without effort. The community rules say English only. We can speak Japanese, maybe. We can speak a little bit of Japanese. 実は私の日本語はちょっと今までどんどん弱くなったんですけど、それと漢字に弱い、本当に弱いんです。本当に漢字は無理。ですから、書くの方はちょっと難しいかな。Cute, but your accent is borked. It is a little borked. I do have a thick accent at this point, I think. Quite thick. So yeah, I'm not good at kanji. So it makes, if you write in Japanese, it's quite difficult for me. Quite difficult. Kanji sucks. Kanji is hard. I think kanji is hard for everyone. Kanji is difficult. Anytime I told anyone in Japan that kanji was difficult, they were like, yeah, everyone hates kanji. I was like, well, you can read most of it though. I can read almost none of it. That's the key. You guys are not, at least not illiterate. My trust in kanji is the same as the horse trust, which is low. My Japanese is in bits and pieces from various anime. I get that. I mean, anime is sometimes not the best place to learn from, but you do get some good phrases once in a while. Is that a zebra? No. She's called an Appaloosa, which is a horse with spots. So she's called a leopard Appaloosa. Is what that type of pattern is called. She's real cute though. She's a real cute bean. Don't listen to her, it is actually a zebra. No, it's not a zebra. It'd be cool if there were zebras, but there's not zebras yet in this game. Honestly, don't watch it for educational reasons. Yeah, there's some anime that you might be able to watch that are quite educational just because the characters are very eloquent or something, or they speak in more like normal Japanese, but a lot of characters are very like caricatures, so they have some weird tendencies, I guess, that if you mimicked them it might sound a little strange. All right, we did all of our stuff. We ended at like 2 today. Not bad. Not bad. Who do I want to snag? I guess. Okay, we should do Rivershine Town. Last one I watched was 13 episodes of The Pet Girl of Sakura Soul last night. Oh, I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Do you prefer Twitch or YouTube? Technically, I like Twitch's chat more. Twitch's like chat and live streaming tools I think are better, but I like YouTube's. I like watching stuff on YouTube more in general, I would say. Like as a viewer, I prefer YouTube because I also don't use chat a lot, but as a streamer, I think Twitch is better, personally. And I like that YouTube like keeps the VODs and stuff for a long time, forever, which Twitch does not. But yeah, I understand. Yeah, like chat is much better on Twitch. Chat, the channel points and stuff, all that. Oops. This boy's like too fast for this course. Oh my god. Struggling. Struggling. Okay. Probably. Also just realized The Witcher is a horse girl game. It absolutely is a horse girl game. All right. Good, good, good. Twitch kept freezing on me, which is why I don't use it. It's probably better now, but first impressions, I get that. I get that. I mean, you have to watch on whatever platform you prefer, you know? So, I stream on both, so it's whatever you guys like watching. Works better for you. Alright. Let's see, so now I should have 100% on the Rivershine Town. What should I should probably get... I'm gonna use her Yeah, she's at like 50 across the board, but her child is like not too bad, I think. Not great, but can definitely get to advanced and everything. What are your stats? Your stats are pretty bad too. Don't horses get bored just chilling in the stable all day? They would, yeah. Technically, I'm leaving them in the stable because if I let them out and they have potential points, they lose potential points, but normally I would not keep horses in a stable all day. I would let them be out in the field. I think they would have a lot more fun. There's more enrichment out there. More things for them to do. Okay. What about you? Your stats are kind of trash. This man. Yeah, let's give it to you. You can get the stats. We'll bring him to the statue to get some stats. Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain is a horse game, right? Also, the Dynasty Warriors games. If you got a horse who's your bestie, who you go on all your adventures with, then the answer is yes. You are cute. You get a 9 out of 10. Originally I give a 7, but dialogue elevates it to 9. We take those. We take those. First impressions key. I'm glad you have enjoyed the conversation. If you get time, look up My Lovely Horse, Father Ted, but remember, it's a comedy. Okay, I will check it out after stream. I will try and remember to look up stuff. I could check it out. Alright, let's see. Let me interact with this statue. Yep. Mysterious glow imbues Brightstorm with potential, but the statue shine fades away. Brightstorm gains 10% potential. There we go. Okay, and then for this boy, actually, what are your stats? What did I want to put your stats into? I think I wanted to do jump, so let's just go do that right now. Let's just go do that. I don't know why we suddenly got 400 gold. This is just Stardew Valley, but instead of farm, it's a horse. Yes, pretty much the same thing. Instead of growing crops to make money, we just raise horses. Really. There's less, like, you don't really befriend anyone in town. So there's less of the community aspect than something like Stardew, but same basic premise. Also the riddle, yes, I'll have to remember the riddle to tell it to my husband, see if he likes it, because I thought that was charming. That was a good riddle. Also, I'm gonna take a drink. Everyone make sure you get a sip of something. Doesn't matter what it is, something's better than nothing. Should all try and keep hydrated when it's hot out. I think it's very hot in Japan right now. I was just looking that up for some reason. The snow looks super pretty. Sure, just a pre-rendered texture. Yeah, this game is made by a single dev, so just one person. So I think a lot of it, she's just doing what's the easiest for her. It's super hot. Yeah, I think you guys have like a heat warning right now, because I thought it was very, very warm. Very, very warm, which is not fun. I do not like hot weather. I'm more of a cold weather person, which is good because I live in a place where it's cold most of the year. It only really gets hot for like 2 months, and then we go back to it being not hot, which I'm all for. I would not do very well in the hot places of the world. Have you ever heard of a super old game called Secret of Magic Crystals? I have not. What system was it for? Wait, why? Oh, you know what? I already probably came and trained here. Forgot about that. I would prefer cold temp with hot shower and tea. Hot weather, not much you can do about it. I know. You can't really take off extra layers. There's not much you can do when it's really hot. You just are kind of uncomfortable. When it's cold, you can always bundle up. I think it was on Steam. Oh, interesting. What kind of game was it? Is it like an RPG? Or... I know in some parts of the world they suggest eating really spicy food when it's hot out. The idea being that if your mouth is on fire, maybe you feel cooler. But it doesn't actually, it's just like a placebo effect. It doesn't really like help with the actual heat. Literally just a horse looking after sim. Super basic version of this. I will have to look that up. I did not know that that even existed. Thank you for telling me about it, Neo. I will have to dig that up. Because that could be fun to check out. That could be very fun to check out. I will admit I haven't been the most up-to-date with horse games. My last horse game before this one was the Barbie horse game. Which was Barbie Horse Adventures, I think, which I played when I was quite small, but... which I would love to play on stream. I think that one would be fun. I might have to track it down. I don't know if there's a good way for me to play it. But it was kind of fun. Alright, let's see, it's like 8 p.m., but let's give this horse a snick snack. Give him a pear. I was mostly joking earlier when I said you were a horse girl, but holy cow, you go all in. Oh yeah, I go all in. The video I saw on it is 13 years old. Oh my goodness. That is old. That's an old video. That's from some of the earlier days of YouTube. When did YouTube come out? 2007? 2006? Somewhere around there. Actually. What's your ability, friend? Your jump is at 59, so you could do intermediate but not advanced. Or advanced but not expert, maybe that's what it is. Let's do flower fence. Is there any risk? Like, can horses die? Horses cannot die in this game, luckily. So there's no real risk. Horses don't get hurt in this game either. I think later they'll be adding some kind of horses being able to be sick, but there will be like a vet and stuff. And I don't think there will be any like really negative side to it. I think it'll probably just be a debuff if you want to like ride them or something. It'll probably be like, oh, you can't ride this horse because it's sick, but I do not anticipate the horses dying or anything. So there's no negatives. It's meant to be a nice cozy game. Meant to be a nice chill cozy game with no real risks or stressors or anything like that. Oop. I don't mean to be a jerk. No, you're not being a jerk. That was a very fair question. That was because there are some farming sims where animals do die, especially like the older Harvest Moon or Bokujo Monogatari series. Some of those games, animals do die. So it was a fair question to be like, will that happen here? Luckily, no. Horses are infinite in this game. You can have them forever. Does your husband know that his wife needs a horse? He is aware. He is aware that I want horses and sheep. He's not the most on board. I think he worries that the sheep will be a big pain. Luckily we can't, luckily for him I guess, we cannot afford a horse, so he's saved from the horse for now. Have sheep? Yeah, in the future we want to have sheep. Yeah. A small flock of wool sheep. I think that'd be fun. Not too many of them, probably like 5 or something. That's probably what I'm thinking, like a really small flock. Most of the animals die because Raz butchers them. I have not. I don't even think I butchered the ducks in Sakuna. I think I only let the ducks go, and I even had the option to butcher them, and I didn't. Though I did think that was a fun mechanic, don't get me wrong. I think that's an interesting take. Is your husband like a cowboy? No, not at all. Not at all. My husband works in tech. We both work in tech, actually. And he did not grow up around livestock. I grew up, a lot of my neighbors had like chickens and sheep and horses and stuff, but he lived in a more like urban environment, I would say, growing up. Not like a city, but a more urban suburb, I guess. But now we live in the country, so we've got space to grow a big garden and keep some sheep, go fishing. Raz researches the best tech to butcher animals efficiently. I mean, in real life, sure. In games, not so much. He did not grow up around livestock. We should get a flock of sheep and a horse, and that poor man. I know. Yep. He's always like, we need to slow down. We're gonna start with some chickens. That's what we're gonna get first. We're gonna get some chickens. Keep those alive. And then work our way up to sheep, slowly. We have many years to work on that, so I'm not worried. Alright, how much? Oh, you still have 2%? Okay. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. This is super cute. Not the game, but your relationship. Yeah, my husband's a kind bean. He's a good bean. He's a nice guy. I told you we used to have a mini cockerel before, I believe. Yeah, you did. You did say that. You did talk about that. How did you meet, if you don't mind me asking? So we met at a LAN party. I don't know if you guys know what a LAN party is, but it's where you used to get a bunch of computers in one room hooked up together so that you could play games together without being like online. So in college, we met at a LAN party. I had a friend who dragged me to the LAN party, and we were playing Call of Duty, and we were playing a capture the flag game, and I had no idea what I was doing because I hadn't played a lot of shooters at all. I mainly played like MMOs and farming sims and stuff, and so I didn't really know what I was doing, so I just kind of sat at the spawn point and I put myself on a sniper and I headshotted him from across the map, and he got irked about it because he was carrying the flag. And that's how we met. He is cute. I think he's very cute. He's a real cutie. He's real tall, and he's got tattoos and a beard, and he's very strong. And he has lots of skills. He's excellent for my post-apocalypse team. He knows how to cook. He's a really good cook. And he's really good at doing all stuff around the house, plumbing, and he's redoing our roof right now. And he knows how to do blacksmithing and woodworking. So he's a good post-apocalypse team pick, if I do say so myself. In addition to being good looking and being a good cook, which I appreciate. Raz was cosplaying in full tactical gear. That would have been funny. That would have been funny, showing up to a LAN in full tactical gear. Do not have a lot to work with. He is included in my drawing. I love it. I love it. He's quite shy though. I don't think he'll ever show up on stream. He's very private. Which is part of why I VTube, because that way our privacy is protected, you know? Makes it a lot easier, safer. Show us the cute mans. He is not gonna want me to show you guys a picture of him. Sadly, you'll have to just imagine. He's a cute bean though. He's cutest when he's wearing his glasses, but he mainly wears contacts. He actually doesn't like wearing glasses at all, but I think he looks really cute as a glasses, a Megane. Sometimes when he's like really tired, he'll put on his glasses and I'm like, ah, the cute time. It's upon us. Alright, I think it's like 1 in the morning. I've been training this horse all night long. But he's finally done with his potential, luckily. So we could put it back in the field. A lot of the VTubers are VTubers to pretend to be someone they aren't. The hyper ones, you can tell. I think it's less that they're pretending to be somebody that they're not, and more like they like the ability to maybe let out parts of their personality that they like don't normally get to show, is how I think of it. That's how I conceptualize it. Like maybe they have a job or a family or something that is really like strict and they can't really be super hyper, and they don't want to associate their real life with their streaming, so they VTube, because then they can kind of be all out there. Glasses give +10 cute to cute always. They really do. Look at this little bean. We got a new foal. Someone's stream, I also find it social anxiety is issue with people I talk to. Yeah, a lot of people have social anxiety. Yeah, so I think I do think there are a lot of VTubers who I think, especially younger VTubers, I think see a lot of popular VTubers who are really hyper, and they think that that's like a good way to get popular, I guess. And so sometimes they push themselves to be something that they're not as into, I guess. But I do think a lot of people do it because they have parts of their personality that they just don't get to show off that much. You know? A lot of the ones I sort of follow seem to be very antisocial for real. I think 2 of them have anxiety. I think that's a lot of VTubers you'll find are just very, very anxious and shy. This is Fresh Feather. She's a dapple. Oh, she does. Does she have a dapple? I wonder if it'll show up when she's bigger. Because I see, oh, a little bit. She's a really light dapple. Okay. She is a really, really light dapple. Let's do with her. The brown might actually look cute. And then let's do her wool blanket. I think the light pink would look cute on her. Let's do that. I'd make a lot of enemies if I VTubed. I have no filter. Yeah, it's good to have some filter, I think, sometimes. Good to have some filter. Depends on what it's about, I suppose. I would say this to any person considering streaming or VTubing. Treat it as a hobby. if it takes off, good for you, but don't expect a full career or life from VTubing. I think those are very wise words. I think those are very wise words, Umaro. I think a lot of people put too much pressure on themselves to do well, and I think it's totally reasonable to have like a dream, like you want to make VTubing your job, but one, I think VTubing as a job is not actually as fun as people think it is. I think it's probably very stressful and very draining and actually quite hard. Because you have to constantly, like, a lot of times you just end up doing things that you don't really want to do. You have to work with sponsors that maybe you don't really want to work with, or, you know, it's kind of it's not the most steady income. So I think it's better to treat it as a hobby, and like you said, if you get really big, then you can always decide to quit your job and do it full time, or you can just keep it as a hobby, and if you make money from it, that's cool. But there's no pressure for it to succeed. There are VTuber companies now. I assume you'd be under their deadlines. Yeah, if you're in a company, if you're in a VTuber company, if you're a corporate VTuber, there's lots of extra rules. There are deadlines, there are projects that you have to be part of. And if you're an indie VTuber, if you're by yourself, there's a lot of things that you have to, there's a lot of like extra work that you have to do by yourself in order to make it like a profitable endeavor. So I just think it's a lot of work. I don't think it would be as fun. Personally, I really only like playing farming sims. So even if I had skills that made me like attractive to a VTubing company, I do not think that I would be a good fit for a VTubing company, because I only like to play one kind of game. I don't want to play other kinds of games. And that's not really what they're about. Because they have, you know, they work with lots of different game companies, and they kind of want people to be a little bit more flexible than what I am, to be honest. So I think it could be a lot tougher than people think it is. You probably have to collab with people you do not get along with and pretend to be best buds. Oh, for sure. For sure. I think a lot of companies, like, as long as you're professional, it's probably not too bad. But yeah, I think you probably do have to pretend to be friends with people that you're probably just a coworker with, you know? Depends on the company. It does depend on the company, yes. Yeah, there's a wide range of different companies and what they allow and what they expect. And also what they pay. Some companies pay you a lot more than others. It almost seems like idol culture in some ways. Well, I think a lot of it came from idol culture in a lot of ways. Like, I think a lot of idol company rules like trickled their way in, but I think it depends a lot. I think, like Umaro said, it probably depends a lot on the company itself. Some are more lax, some are a lot more strict. I've actually, part of the reason that I think I've been enjoying watching Vispo EN, the Vispo EN girls, is because Vispo specializes in like esports and competitive games, and so the girls are really, it's very much like they're encouraged to just play their one game that they like and that they're really good at, which is nice, because I don't always love watching variety streamers, I guess, because there's usually only certain games that I'm super interested in. So I kind of appreciate that I know when I go and watch the Vispo EN girls, like, they're mainly going to be playing their game. Would you call your hair white or blonde? I would call it blonde. Yeah, it is a very light blonde, but I would call it blonde. At least 2 VTubers I know of have their best friend and worst enemy in nearly every stream. They are twins. I think that's a real twin vibe. Your best friend and your worst enemy. You are hard to draw. I have no ability to draw, so I believe it. I have almost no artistic ability. Mainly because I just never spent any time. Drawing is just a skill that you spend time on. So I've never put a lot into it, but I would like to learn how to draw someday. I think that'd be fun. But I gotta set aside the time to practice. I'm not really interested in this game, to be honest, but just joined because talking. I think that's totally fair. I have a lot of people that I watch not because I'm super interested in the game per se, but I like their vibe, like when they're really cozy and stuff. But sometimes I find some people get a little bit louder when they play certain games, and so that's when it's like kind of a toss-up. If they do variety streaming versus if I know how they are and they play the same game a ton. I know what I'm getting into. Also, would say for any potential streamer or VTuber, don't use Twitter or X or whatever. It really only ends badly. At least don't get involved in Twitter drama. Let's put it that way. It is a place. Twitter is certainly a spot to be. Not to sound sexist, but these games does seem more geared towards women. I think they demographically, I think most people who play them are probably women. I think a lot of cozy games end up appealing to women more. I think part of it has to do with a lot more, part of it is a lot more competitive spaces. Well, one, a lot of women are not socialized to play a lot of games, certain games, so like shooters and stuff. So when you come into a shooter and you don't know how to play at all, there's a much bigger learning curve, I would say. And then the other side of it is whether those games are friendly towards women, whether they're like, whether, you know, if you're like in COD and all you're hearing is like people making really sexist comments or something. So I think it's a combo of, depending on the type of game, some of them have a really hard learning curve, and then just the layer of misogyny, like Mary was saying, in gaming culture makes a lot of games not as appealing to women. There's a reason it's horse girl and not horse boy. Yeah, the stereotype of the horse girl. But yeah, it depends. It depends. Also, cute cookie, are you... Oh, you're all done. I don't know if I'm gonna keep you. I have to think about that. You are a cute bean, but I don't know. I don't know if... Bring back 1700s horse boys, for sure. Bring back the 1700s horse boys. It was definitely a thing. It definitely was. It absolutely was. That's coming from a guy who doesn't like FPS. I gravitate towards JRPGs and games like Fire Emblem and dungeon crawlers. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of genres. I think, again, a lot of it is just has to do with... I think even things like JRPGs can be kind of overwhelming at first if you don't know how to play them. Like, if you're a brand new, if you've never played a video game before, and you're not a child, you're like 20 something, so you're an adult, so you're sentient enough to know when you're bad at something or you don't know what you don't know. They can be kind of overwhelming to play, versus a lot of cozy games are so simple and have so few mechanics. That's a lot easier to just pick up. Casual games like COD and Destiny are one thing. Most games I play online, most guys are very excited when I speak. I think there are in fact female privileges I get in a lot of games. That also exists too. That is true. That is true. I think it depends on the game and the culture of the game. I think it is improving. I think misogyny in games is kind of going away because there's more female gamers. And I think there's a lot less, I don't know, sad man children who hate women playing games. And a lot more normal people who are very chill and kind and excited when a girl shows up. So there's definitely that. That definitely exists. So it kind of just depends, but some games have are very, I would say, toxic. Sad man, children, your sexism is showing. Well, that's just the best way to describe some of them. Not all the men, just the dudes who don't have a lot going on and are not very grown. Let's say that. They're not very mature. I used to love platformers, but they kind of don't exist anymore. There's also a lot of genres that have fallen off. Yeah, a lot of genres, like RTS has kind of gone away. RTS is not a big genre. There's not a lot of games coming out for that. There are some platformers. I think indie platformers are bigger, but there haven't been a lot of like AAA platformers, I would say. Yeah, there's a lot of games that used to have more robust genres with a lot more people making games for them. Platformer not exist or FPS? He was talking about platformers. But yeah, there are more indie platformers. There's less big AAA platformers though. Hollow Knight or Celeste. Well, Hollow Knight is more like a Metroidvania, I would think. Less like a traditional platformer because you actually have to like fight people. But Celeste is definitely a platformer. Definitely out there. But it also depends on like what you liked about old platformers. Maybe it's just not to be found in a lot of indie games. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of platformers. I do not. I'm not good at them. I don't have the patience for them, I think. So they are not really my jam. Do not take that seriously. Do not take what seriously? The platformers, the lack of platformers. Well, like I said, there's plenty of indies, but maybe not. Maybe not AAA. I don't even know what the last AAA platformer would have been. I don't know. Sorry if I seem combative. See a lot of male hate, especially around my parts, so I defend. Did not mean to be rude. You're all good. You are all set. My message didn't come through apparently. Oh, okay. You're safe. You are safe. But no, you're good. I mean, this is a safe space. We're not really hating on anybody, to be honest. Everybody is welcome here, as long as they're chill. As long as they also are not being hateful. It's all good. Everyone just has to be mature. There's just sadly a lot of immature folks. There's also still a lot of children that play video games. Sometimes I see people get upset about the way people are interacting in games, and I'm like, that is a child though. I agree that maybe children should be reined in a little bit, but that there's a difference to me between a child being like having bad behavior and then like a 30-year-old adult having bad behavior, you know? So do you just like wait as the zebra runs around you? Yeah, you just wait in the middle and you can speed up or slow down or extend the lead. And we're just waiting for this kind of stamina bar to go down essentially. Perky Plays, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Hope things are good by you. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, so we're just chilling. We were talking toxic behavior. Oh. Was it a joke about toxic behavior? Joking about toxic internet culture. Hope you're having a good weekend yourself. I am. I slept in, which was nice. Had a bit of a sleep in, got some extra rest. Put on some laundry. Playing my favorite cozy horse game. And then after stream, I'm gonna get lunch. So I'm having an excellent Saturday so far. I don't know what I'm gonna be up to for the rest of the day. Probably doing chores, to be honest. Probably doing chores. There's plenty of it. Apparently LoL is overflowing with it. League of Legends, I would say any team game, more so than any individual game. Even if an individual, like if a game is an online game, but it's like every man for himself or herself. If it's every person playing by themselves, they tend to have less toxicity than team games. Because the real key with a team game is if someone is bad at a team game, they often blame their teammates before they look at their own play. Because it's just easier for them to be like, oh, I lost this game because my teammate was bad. Rather than being like, well, look at all the ways that like you were not performing very well. So I would say like things like League of Legends, Counter-Strike, even like things like COD when it's like, you know, TDM or something, the team versions, Overwatch, like all stuff like that, people can get really aggressive. Remember, in team games, it's never your fault. Exactly, that's the mentality a lot of people have. My sister got married last week. I went to the wedding. It was all good. I love my sister, but my mother looked at me and said, so, when are you getting married? Big oof. I feel that. I don't like that people do that. People should let people live their... No person's life is the same as anyone else's. It's not like we're all on the same path. So and maybe you don't ever want to get married, which is totally fine. Maybe you wanna, like, maybe you don't have a partner, maybe you do have a partner, but you don't like the idea of marriage, so you don't want to get married. Or maybe you're gonna get married when you're 50. Or maybe you're never gonna get married. Or, yeah, like, everyone's life is different. I think parents get worried, so sometimes they, like, push everybody to check the same boxes, but they should be more chill. People are different. My sister is going through the same thing right now because I'm married and my brother is married and she has a long-time partner, but they're just like, they don't want to do a wedding just yet. They're just chilling. But she always gets questions like, when are you getting engaged? When are you gonna get married? So, we'll see. I played a Team Mario Kart minigames the other week, and I owned up to my ineptness. I think that's the best way to go about it. My parents have been together for 36 years, married for 2. Exactly. And that's totally normal. That's totally fine. Some people just don't like the institution of marriage, which is totally normal. Totally normal. Maybe, I mean, I think it's better, if anything. I think the worst thing that you can do is if you get married for the sake of it, I guess. I don't think it's a good idea to get married to someone who you don't really even like, just because your parents are, like, bugging you about it. Can I ride the zebra? Well, one day, at some point. At some point, he's not big enough yet. He's still a baby. Or she. It's a filly. She's not big enough yet, but when she gets big enough, we can ride her. But she's still in baby mode, so not yet. Okay, let's shorten the lead. Now we're gonna have this little friend trot, because His flexibility is trash. Actually, she might be a filly too. Her flexibility. Oh, I accidentally got you pregnant. Let's get married. Yeah, I mean, there's reasons why it's a little bit easier to be married if you have a kid. Just for like... It's actually less of a thing now. I think back in the day it would have been a lot more difficult just because it's much easier to have like, just for like legal reasons. If you're both married, you're like one unit as far as the government is concerned. But not a reason to get married. You can have a kid together and still be like, nah, I'm good. We don't have to be married. It's fine. So yeah, I would say wait to get married unless you really like that person. And you think they're trustworthy, because when you get married to somebody, you share debt. So if it turns out that they have a lot of debt that you didn't know about, well, now it's your debt. Never rode horse. This is more for male question. Does it not hurt? It doesn't hurt. Nope. The way that you sit in the saddle is very normal. It's kind of like sitting on like a stool or something. Or kind of like a chair. Like if you're sitting on like... It can hurt if you bounce forward by accident. But if you have good balance, it should not hurt. Sad thing is, in some cases, one of them weaponizes the children against the other. That is a lot. Yeah, that does happen. That is a shame. That is always very sad. And not a very healthy environment for a kid to grow up in either, you know? Like, it's not a positive for a kid to be in an environment where their parents don't like each other. You'd be better off if, like, I don't know, you'd be better off co-parenting and having just like a cool family unit where like both parents have their own partners and it's a vibe and you just like are all chill, you know? I think that's a better environment. So, or one parent is better than two parents that are dysfunctional. It seems to happen a lot in celebrity marriages. Well, celebrity marriages seem like their own thing. Because celebrity marriages, sometimes I think it's like a PR stunt, some of them. Hard to say. I'm not a celebrity, so I don't quite know how they think, but there's some weird vibes. Hollywood and celebrity culture is kind of its own jam. You getting down, Pickles? You're gonna go munch your breakfast? Did you eat your quail egg? You didn't eat your quail egg. Oh my god, you're about to discover it? It's a quail egg day? Very exciting. Pickles has not had any breakfast yet, and she just found out it's quail egg day, which is her favorite. Because we get a mixed set of cat food. So it's like different flavors. And one of them is chicken and quail egg, and she really likes the quail egg ones because it comes with like a half a quail egg hard boiled. She loves that. So she's very excited to find out it's a quail egg day. Her favorite. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively seem to be one of the only genuine celeb marriages. There are some that they genuinely seem to like each other and they're like functional and they're vibing. But a lot of them seem to be dysfunctional. It doesn't help too that like the paparazzi are always bothering them, I guess. You know, I think it's normal couples have issues, you know, they have fights or whatever, but it doesn't always end up being like front page news. I'm sure a lot of issues also get blown out of proportion because of, you know, gossip magazines and all that stuff. But yeah, I would say a lot of them do seem to be what I would consider to be kind of dysfunctional. I'm not an expert, but some of them do seem to be not the most healthy. Alright, let me hide this because I guess I don't need to like have that up. the whole time. So we're chilling. But yeah, I would say I'm always just happy that I'm not a celebrity. That seems like a lot of stress. I don't want people asking me like what I'm wearing when I go out to like go to the post office, or bothering me about what I'm up to every minute of every day. So I am happy to just live quietly and have no one bother me ever. I mean, some people maybe enjoy the attention, but I think most people, it probably wears on you, even if you liked some of the attention, or maybe early in your career. I think it must get kind of sour at some point. It must just be a real drag to have people, I don't know, because I feel like celebrities, everyone's always scrutinizing them. I feel like they get mostly critique more than anything else. I mean, they have fans, obviously, but I don't know, even their fans can be critical, so it's probably not the most fun to have everyone just pick apart everything that you're up to all the time. I wouldn't like that, personally. I would rather just be doing my own thing and have no one feel like they gotta weigh in on what I'm up to. So I'm happy to never be famous. That would be kind of my worst nightmare, actually. I think I would actually be really stressed out and not enjoy that at all. I guess maybe people like the money that maybe comes with fame, but I don't know if the money is really worth it for all the other stuff. Because once you get famous, you also have to pay for a lot more things. You gotta pay for like security, you probably need a PR manager. It ends up being a lot of extra things that like normal people do not have to think about or worry about. Everyone else can just kind of vibe and not have all that stress. And nobody's like creeping in your bushes hoping to get a picture of you when you go out to your car. Or trying to figure out, I don't know, why you were meeting your friend for coffee, you know, and inventing some strange, like, salacious story about it. So, I feel like a lot of people underestimate how awful that is probably is. Probably a very not fun existence most of the time. You aren't even allowed to hit the more aggressive paparazzi, which is just wrong. Yeah, I know. You can't, even when they're being aggressive with you, right? Very stressful. Yeah, you kind of have these people that are almost allowed to stalk you. And like no one really steps in to be like, hey, this is weird. That's like very invasive and not the move. So it's definitely a choice. I would not pick to be famous. I mean, some people don't have a choice. They were just, you know, born to famous parents or something and end up in, you know, becoming an actor or something themselves, but that would not be my preference. I would rather just vibe and not deal with that. Alright, it's like a little early, it's like 11, but we did a lot of training today. It's just that time does not pass when you're lunging. So we're gonna go to sleep so I can save. And then let's go ahead and wind down for today. So let's come over here. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out today. Sorry we had some weird tech issues. I feel like I was fighting with my computer for part of that. So hopefully, I don't know, I'll do a system restart today. See if that gets everything, I don't know, hopefully ironed out before our stream tomorrow. I'm just resetting our audio so that that's all ready. Let me take a look, see if anyone is around who we might know. Playing anything fun? Let's see. You know what? I have not seen Mocha streaming in so long. Wait, let me see. Oh, she has been going for like 3 hours though. Let me see. I'm just trapped in ads. I'm gonna see if she's gonna stick around because I have not been able to raid Mocha in so long. But here's our schedule for the rest of the week. So we're gonna be back tomorrow playing some more Harvest Moon for Game Boy. So that should be lots of fun. But thank you guys for joining me today. I super appreciate it. I hope that you guys had a nice time too. I hope you guys have a good... Oh, I don't know if she's going. Okay, I'm gonna assume that she's sticking around. Okay. I will get this raid started up for the YouTube friends. You guys are just gonna get a bit of a stream ending screen. For the Twitch friends, here is our raid message. First message is for subscribers. Second one is for everybody else. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thanks for hanging out as we did some nice, cozy horse game. Thanks for chatting with me as we talked about other horse games that exist. Before we go, everyone make sure you do a big stretch. Don't be a shrimp. Make sure you get a sip of something, doesn't matter what it is. Also, make sure you unclench that jaw. Make sure that your brows are not furrowed. All that good stuff. If you are getting some sleep, I hope that you get lots and lots of rest. But yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for joining me. I super appreciate it. We are gonna go say hello to Mocha, who is playing some Overwatch. I'm gonna just check that she's not leaving. She's not. Okay, she's starting up her stuff. I have not seen Mocha in so long. She's been on a bit of a break, so we'll go say hi, see what she's up to. But as always, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you guys have an excellent rest to your morning, afternoon, or evening, and hopefully get to see you guys again very, very soon.